Look at me, we're doing FOC for the week. All right, giveaway. If you like this video and comment your like number, I will give away one of these to somebody. It is a Batman Who Laughs trade paperback. It's priced at 20 bonarunos. There you go. It can be yours for simply subscribing to the channel. Thank you, every single one of you who got the notification and you clicked on it, because you can't wait to hear me talk about comics and tell you what you should get for FOC. This is the top 10 countdown. If you would like to know my opinion of what you should get for FOC that is due Monday, you know, there's a lot of YouTubers that do this. I actually read comics, guys. I read the comics. Yeah, I kind of do that. And I order a lot of comics and I study the FOC and stuff. So I think I'm way more gooder than the other guys are, because my show is the bestest because of all that stuff that I just stated that I do. Okay, let's get to it so you're not listening to me run my mouth. Here we go. FOC. Boom. X-Corp. If you give a crap about X-Corp, I kind of don't, but I love the X-Men, so I'm going to pick this up. This is probably one of the worst covers. You got Monet St. Croix, and Warren Worthington. They're starting a corporation, X-Corp. This is the Todd Nuck headshot variant. What a waste of talent having them do those headshots. Here's the Scotty Young. And this is the 1 in 10, probably the worst 1 in 10s ever. Anyway, I'm still going to buy it because I want to read it. Here's some other Rand. These are like also Rands. Kanto. Guys, I'm going to say it again. This is not a key. All right, it's Kanto. Just get it if you like to read the story. Here's a 1 in 10. Guardians of the Galaxy. We get another fabulous Brett Booth cover. Thank you, Mr. Booth, for drawing great stuff. And then a 1 in 25. Could Star-Lord look any more stupid than how he was drawn in this picture? What in the hell kind of crappy cover is that? Totally awful. Way to help people not sell 1 in 25s. What a pile of crap. Anyway, the story was pretty good. It looks like Dr. Doom is going to join him. I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll see. I'm giving Al Ewing the benefit of the doubt. Beta Ray Bill. This is the sideways cover. It's second print from the interior. Really, 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 really good story. If you haven't read it, I totally recommend it. It's super good. You got this yummy looking Ryan Stegman. Boy, I tell you, Marvel was cheap on this one. They reprinted the interior page for the second printing, and they took Ryan Stegman's art and just made it gold. Like, man, couldn't pay for new art, I guess. So 1 in 25 for that. Children of the Atom. You got the main cover there and the 1 in 25. We're going to get the origin of the Children of the Atom, which is super cool. Looking forward to that. I am enjoying the series a lot. I'll give you a quick rundown of it. These kids, they're not mutants because they can't step through the portal. They love the X-Men. They worship the X-Men. And their suits, they're clearly wearing suits that mimic the X-Men's powers. So they're basically trying to be like the original 5 X-Men. It's really cool. It's not what you think it is. I'm enjoying it. Next, Heroes Reborn. I haven't read number 1. Nobody has because it's not out yet. But we have to order number 2. Thank you again, Marvel, for having us order a series we haven't even read the first issue of yet. You got the trading card variant. According to the flavor text of the solicitation that makes us want to buy these things, they're telling us that Hyperion who is extremely kick-ass, by the way. Just, he's kick-ass. He's Marvel's Superman. He's the bomb. Was recently ripped in half by Null. Spoiler alert, but this is a whole different universe. So these bad guys get out of this dimension, right? Out of the negative zone. These bad guys break out. One of the bad guys who breaks out is the Immortal Hulk. So in this world, he's a bad guy. Let's see how that goes. There's a 1 in 25 by Mr. Mango. That is a pretty solid cover. If you like the Virigis, there's your Virigi. He's shooting little diamond rays of stuff out of him. Okay. There you go. Here's the first tie-ins we're getting for Heroes Reborn. This is it's not Peter Parker Shutterbug. We don't see any covers for that. That series coming out, but neither one of these is Peter Parker, words are hard, Shutterbug. This is Hyperion and the Squadron Supreme. That's what this is. Maybe they'll put that on the trade dress. As of right now, we don't have trade dress. It just says Heroes Reborn. But this is what we're looking at, guys. So first tie-ins. So we have to buy the tie-ins, and we have to order issue number 2 without even ordering issue number 1. I love it. And I'm being sarcastic because I don't love it. What I do love is Spider Shadow. Yes, Chip Zdarsky. Give me more. Give me more of this amazing series. Go get issue 1 if you haven't read it. It's the bomb izzle zizzle. Mary Jane is freaked out because Spider-Man is being taken over by the Venom symbiote. It is freaking awesome. He looks super cool. He's dark and spooky, and I love it. And we got High Republic. They couldn't bother to put issue numbers on either one of these trade dresses. I guess somebody was in a rush. But High Republic is coming out. Maybe this Jedi dude, he was infected by the plant monsters. We'll see what happens. I'm enjoying it. I made fun of it a little bit there, but it's really good. I'm going to rate it. You should rate it too. Super good. Home, a second print. We got some second prints coming at you. This is Home. It's just a different color of the first print because budgets. Speaking of budgets, Department of Truth, this is the 5th print, which is a different version of the very first cover because also budgets. We can't afford new art, I guess. You know, I don't know, man. Part of me likes to have a separate cover for different printings, but if they just recolor the first issue, the original cover, you always know what it is, you know? So I don't know. I like the new art, but it can get confusing. Tell me in the comments if you prefer new art or if you like the recolored art. I kind of feel ripped off with recolored art, but I don't know. Okay. Dr. Doom is getting married. Now, I really don't care. I don't care. This should be a side story running through the Fantastic Four. It looks like they're making it the main story. These 2 covers are super good, though. Maybe not the Momoko super good. Sorry, Mark. Mark, your cover is fantastic. Mark Brooks. I'm talking to him like he's watching the show. And this is so good. Like, I love it. He's Johnny Storm is clearly hooking up with this Skrull chick with the wings. You got the Momo cover over here. I guess she couldn't draw either, whatever. Anyway, she put more work into the flower than she did Dr. Doom's mask. Like, if something should have details on it, scuffs and marks and, you know, over the years, if it's truly fused to his face, it's not, but it used to be. Remember when it used to be? Anyway, whatever. I could crack on her cover all day. Let's not. Scotty Young, and then Ron Lim over here. We know it's Victorious. You don't got to hide her face. You know, you think Dr. Doom would have more than 3 medals? I guess he only has 3 medals. I don't know. If I was a leader of my own country, I'd have a shit ton of medals. I mean, I'd be making up medals. That's what's kind of done anyway. Anyway, so Victorious is holding Dr. Doom. I hate this cover because Dr. Doom would clearly never let her do that. He's the man and not the woman, but whatevs. Okay, 1 in 50 Kirby. I love the Kirby. I love the Kirby. I don't know why there's Sentinels in the background. Maybe those are Doombots. They're supposed to be Doombots, but they look like Sentinels because purple. I love the Kirby, the Momo 1 in 100. Switch them around, guys. Come on. I know why they picked the Momo to be the 1 in 100 because she sells better, but this is Kirby. It's Kirby. And there's a 1 in 25 Schmidt cover. I guess Namor is going to go to the wedding. I don't know what they're all afraid of. Sue and Ben here look pretty scared of something. Reed doesn't give a shit. Sue would probably be standing over here by Namor because, you know, they used to bang. A little history for you there. Yep. Anyway. Ice Cream Man. Yes. We're still not even to the top 10 yet, guys. These are just also rans, things that also came out. Look at this Ice Cream Man cover. Wow. Wow, that is great. This one's okay, but man, I'm totes jelly of this cover. I want this to be my store exclusive, but it's not. That made it in from last week. New series coming out. So this is Last Ride from Chip Zdarsky. Derek Robertson did this cover. I don't know who did this cover. I think, now this is a separate series. It doesn't happen in continuity. Supposedly there's some trial going on. The Justice League's had a big fight. They've all broken up. They got to get the band back together for this big trial that's going on. Zdarsky's writing it. I think this is going to be like the next big series that's like the legendary series, you know, that like Flashpoint or The Nail or some of these really good DC miniseries that turn into just trades that you have to have. I have my spidey sense is telling me this is going to be one of those. I highly recommend picking up Last Ride, but it didn't make it into the top 10. Neither did Gotham. I really like this variant cover over here for Gotham. I don't like this cover. Red Hood looks like a girl. He's a little too hippie for me. He's kind of built like a chick. I thought this might be a female Red Hood, but it's not. I mean, it looks like he has boobs. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just see boobs everywhere. I don't know. But this is the variant cover. It's super fire good. Yummy. This is all set in future state timeline, though. So this is all future state. So, you know, I'm going to read it, but I didn't feel like I should recommend it in the top 10. I put a lot of thought into my top 10. This is really cool. This is a cover from Lucio Purio for this book from Wake called Essentia. You got a nice and a naughty version. They're both only $3.99. So this is a great way to spend $8 and get a nude Lucio Purio cover. Pretty awesome. A little bit of horror going on there. Oh, yeah. This is the book written by John Dollyman, by the way, owner of Torpedo Comics, drummer for System of a Down, if you don't know that. John's a great guy. See him at conventions. Always very personable. Always willing to talk to you. He'll take a picture with you. He's a great dude. Happy to see him doing his own book. This is pretty cool. Anyway, great to see Lucio on a cover for this too. Highly recommend picking this up. Didn't make my top 10 though, but it's definitely in the recommends. Silver Coin also didn't make my top 10, but number 2 is coming out. Number 1 was so good. Oh my God. So good. Number 2 is going to be just as yummy, probably. Geiger is also coming out. Yes, number 1 was super good. Jeff Jones, Gary Frank, please. Number 2 is probably just as good as number 1 was. These are, guys, I'm almost to the top 10. I promise. There's just a lot of good stuff on FOC this week. And I just want to kind of give you a feel for our other stuff that's out there. Wonder Woman. I am absolutely loving this Wonder Woman story. I haven't enjoyed a Wonder Woman story in a very, very long time. I really like this Wonder Woman story. You got a Middleton cover over here. Not the best for Middleton. Joshua's better when he zooms in on the ladies. You can see the details. There's a dark, Wonder Woman's dark side shows up. So that could be cool. And this story, Superman, this is really good. Also, him and John are out there fighting these bad guys on this other planet. I know that doesn't sound very intriguing. It's written super, super good. It made my top 10 last week. These are great reads, guys. No key value in them, but just they're what comics should be. Great art, great story, new locations, new things happening with the heroes. I really, really enjoy both these. Recommend you picking them up. Same with these. Maniac of New York is super good, and so is Project Patreon. I can't wait to see the next issue of this one. The superhero died. They brought him back to life as an android, and these soldiers control him. They take different turns manning the helm of controlling this superhero android. Every time they do it, it takes like a week off their life, though, or a year. Was it a week or a year? A year, maybe? I can't remember. Sorry. That's a big difference, week or a year. It takes like a year off their life, but they're willing to do it to keep this hero alive and going. It's a really good story, both from Aftershock. Aftershock's been crushing it lately. Speaking of, number 10, here we go. We're finally starting the top 10. Thanks for sticking with me for the last 16 minutes while I got through that. Silver City number 1. This is from Aftershock. Basically, this girl winds up in purgatory. Silver City is like purgatory, the place in between, the city in between heaven and hell is kind of what it alludes to. And she's solving mysteries and stuff. It looks really cool. I just gave that a terrible description, but that's the best I can do. I advise you pick it up. It made my number 10. This is the 1 in 15 variant over here with this Iron Giant looking dude in the background and the cute looking weird dog. Okay. Number 9, Black Cotton. Guys, this is the first book being offered from Scout through Lunar. So Scout is now distributing books through Lunar. Congratulations to Scout and Lunar. I love Scout. I really like Lunar. They're a fantastic distributor. I think this is a great partnership. I'm very excited about this. This Black Cotton, again, I'm going to do a terrible job of describing this, but basically the race roles have been switched in this universe. So it's like an alternate universe where white people are the minority and blacks are the majority, right? See over here, White Lives Matter, right? That kind of stuff going on over here outside. Well, a black cop shoots a minority white guy. So I just really think this is going to be good because they're touching on a subject a lot of creators won't even go anywhere near. So good on them for being willing to cover the material. It doesn't seem like it's one of these like super woke books. I hate those kind of books, by the way. Don't cram your political opinion down my throat, whatever. Like, do it subtly. I guess that's what good writing does. This seems like it's a really well-written book. Again, I'm just saying it seems like it. I haven't read any of these yet. I don't have Black Cotton first print. Don't even know where to tell you to find it besides eBay. But this is second print and number 2. I'm definitely going to give these a shot, and I'm recommending them just because it looks. I applaud them for being willing to put this crazy time we're in this alternate universe spin, and I'm curious to see what their take on it is. It's taught me my number 9. Number 8, another number 1 called Time Before Time. So these guys, basically, for a fee, you can pay this company to take you back in time so you can change your life, make a better life. Well, these guys hijack it, kind of like a Looper kind of a feel to it. They hijack one of the machines, which you can kind of see here in the 1 in 25 variant. They hijack one of the machines to go back in time. It looks like the scary chick in the shadows is chasing them or something. But it looks really cool from Declan Shalvey. Sorry, Declan. But anyway, this looks really cool. He's the writer. He did the cover art for both of these. I'm very excited about this one. I think it could be really cool. And the 1 in 25. Number 7. Did I skip a number? 10, nope, 10, 9, 8. There we go. I confused myself. Number 7, Batman. Guys, this number 1 was so ridiculously good. Tom Taylor and Andy Kubert are just crushing it. We may get some more first appearances in here. I'm not sure. But these guys, the white costumed Batmenses and the Batgirl, This is so good. I mostly put it in here because it's such a good read. It's really refreshing to see something new and fresh with Batman, and Tom Taylor and Andy are just doing it. This is the best Batman title being published. They took the king down, in my opinion, James Tynion. James, your stuff is fantastic. It's so good, and it's a huge feather in Tom's hat for writing such a good story. Hopefully it continues in issue number 2. So I highly advise this one. Red Room. Guys, this looks really, really cool. So Ed Piscor, he did an X-Men series where the history of the X-Men. God, I just forgot what it was. I'm sorry. But he's done some stuff before. You probably recognize his name. This is a really cool looking series. So the urban legend of these criminals who like film murders on the internet, in this world, it's true. And this is all about it. I love the feel of the book. I really like this. This looks refreshing and new and something different. There's a 1 in 5. Talk about a creepy cover. Creepy and cool. That's a 1 in 5 by Ed. Also did this cover. There's a 1 in 12. I know, right? 1 in 12. That's kind of weird. 1 in 12 in here, which seems murder on the dark web for fun and profits. So it's got the horror feel to it, which is also very popular right now. And then the 1 in 20 Momoko variant. I gotta say, I really like this Momoko variant. As you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of her stuff. This one's really good. It's scary. It's creepy. It fits the feel of what they're looking for in the book. And man, I love this 1 in 20 variant. It's really good. Number 5, first appearance in G.I. Joe. Sherlock. This chick right here is supposed to be Sherlock. This is cover A. Cover B, Freddie Prinze Jr. Wow. His art is always so good. But it doesn't look like Sherlock is on the cover. This one's the one to get, cover A. There's also the 1 in 10, which is just terrible. I mean, it's awful. I'm sorry. It's a terrible cover. Get these ones. This is the one to get. Even the 1 in 10 won't have the legs that this one will have because first appearance. Number 4, Star Wars, because Hunt for Han Solo, the Bounty Hunter Wars is starting. It's going to tie into all these books. This is coming out after War of the Bounty Hunters 1 comes out. It either comes out after or it's the same week. I'm pretty sure it comes out after. Charles Soule's still writing this. There's the main cover. They're doing this stupid crimson variant for everything now. All they're doing is taking the cover, putting a red tint on it, and there's your variant. I hate it. Don't treat us like we're stupid. Don't take advantage of us. Don't try to take our money. Don't take advantage of collectors. Guys, don't buy the red tint crap because, you know, give us some good art. Give us new art. John Tyler Christopher, action figure variant. Very cool. Haven't seen this dude in the action figure variant before. And The Empire Strikes Back. Of course, remember the moment where he's hanging upside down. Leia, hear me. Luke, we have to go back. All right, remember that? There you go. That's I just reenacted that scene for you. You're welcome. You're welcome. 1 in 25 Dodson variant. There we go. 1 in 25 Dodson variant. Number 3, another racially charged book. I'm going to screw this up if I try to tell you what it's about. Only blacks are superheroes. Now, this is a continuation from a different series they did where only black people could get superpowers. So Black Mask, once again, tackling touchy ground here, talking about race stuff. But you know what? Just tell a good story is a good story, no matter what you're talking about. It's limited to 2,500 copies only allocated, or allocated to only 2,500 copies. We've already cut off ordering for this at Comics Elite Comics. We've already sold a ton of these. I know we're not going to get as many as we ordered. So to avoid having to give a bunch of refunds like we had to do for Berserker, I'm going to make another video about that real quick. Our Berserker we only got 1 1.6% of what we ordered for Berserker. 1.6%. For every 100 books we ordered, we're getting one. Facts. Anyway, so white number 1 from Black Mass Comics. This is going to be fire, guys. It's going to blow up. There's only 2,500. You're going to want to pick this up. So pre-order it wherever you can, because this is going to be a very, very pricey book very soon. Number 2 is Last Ronin. Yes, please. Number 3, finally. I promise you this is going to get delayed. All the Last Ronins have been delayed ever since they've been putting them out. This will continue to be delayed. If you order the book and a bunch of other books, it's probably going to be delayed at least 2 weeks. If you want to get your books on time, the smart bet is pay the extra shipping, buy the Last Ronin separately, and then buy the rest of your books. You know, you're going to pay an extra $5-6 shipping. If you're only buying a few books, maybe it's worth it to you to get your books a week early. I mean, come on. That's how much a number 2 with cheese at Burger King cost or whatever, right? Okay, number 1. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a 1 in 10. Once again, Freddie Williams. I call him Freddie Prinze Jr. Oh, I said Freddie Prinze Jr. earlier. Oh, man, I'm sure you guys are going to beat the shit out of me in the comments for that. That's funny. Freddie Williams Jr. I'm so sorry. Man, I mixed that up. Number 1, of course. I mean, come on. Look at this cover from Finch. Now, this could potentially be the first full appearance of Bane's daughter / clone. It definitely felt like they were cloning her. It could be the first full appearance. I'm saying right now, that was definitely a cameo in issue number 2. If that was not a cameo, then Wolverine 180 is the first appearance of Wolverine. Wolverine had more panels in 180 than Bane's daughter had in Joker number 2. It's clearly a cameo. So this could potentially be the first full appearance of Bane's daughter clone. Here's the main cover, right? This was the one that usually has legs. If it's a first appearance, is the cover A is always the one that's the market always chooses. However, this Finch cover is so good. So good. Oh my God. It's so good. You got the Gary Frank cover, which is also great. For those of you who don't understand why his eye's all beat up, because Harley Quinn stabbed him in the eye, took his eye out. Now he has a glass eye. In all the issues, he has a glass eye. So Joker now has a glass eye. This is really cool. They're in the Batcave on the head of the giant dinosaur, and Joker painted the Joker smile on the giant dinosaur in the Batcave. So that's really cool from Gary Frank. And there's a Frederici variant 1 in 25. It's really good, but it's James Gordon. Who gives a shit? However, the 1 in 25 ratio variant is going to be lesser print than any of these other covers will be. But I think just from the sheer hotness of this cover, this could definitely be the one to have legs for this issue. It could break the mold. But to be safe, you're going to want to probably get cover A. Now, be aware, guys, this is a $6 book. DC's prices are going up. So there we go, man. Girl, guys, gals, people, those of you who don't know what gender you are or want to be all the genders, whatever, hey, I ain't judging. That's cool. So thanks for hanging out, guys. The channel is growing as always. I love the support. It's late on a Friday. It's 10 o'clock. I'm trying to make these entertaining, but it's kind of a dry one today. Sorry. But hey, giving this away. Batman trade paperback. Thanks for the support. I will be doing a video, like I said, talking about the Berserkers. We had to refund over 1,000 copies of Berserker #1 third print foil. We got allocated. A lot of guys are pissed off. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I am not getting the books. Not getting the books. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate it. Buy what you like, collect what you want, and we will see you next time.